what can I do all by myself? I have no kids. They're at school. Husband's at work. I know. I love Christmas. I got my Christmas tree on, and I'm going to sing you a song, Christmas Tree, because it's Christmas time. So this one is for you. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. How lovely are your branches. So lovely, girl. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. How lovely are your branches. So glad nobody saw that. Like, could you imagine if like I had like a camera on right now, like, and this was like on YouTube? That would be so embarrassing. What are you guys doing here? You weren't not supposed to see that. But now that you saw that, I need you guys to keep that a secret. Don't you tell anybody. Don't you go showing people. Can I trust you? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is Christmas time. I love Christmas. It is my favorite time of the year. So we actually put our tree up early this year, like before Thanksgiving, because I told my husband, I'm like, we are putting the tree up like before Thanksgiving this year because I want it up longer because I always get sad when I have to put it down and put it away. So this is how I got started competing. So if you're ready to have story time, get ready, get cozy. Actually, I'm probably going to move to the couch because I'm sitting on the floor right now and I'm not too cozy. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm a bit more cozy. I didn't sit on the couch all the way because the way my stand is, like, it's all crazy. So it's best for me to sit right here. So anyways, guys, this is me talking to you about my story. So how I got started in competing. So I've been working out now on my fitness journey for about 5 years. I started out wanting to lose weight. I was at my heaviest after my twin girls, and I just wasn't happy with my body. You know how it goes. I've always been very tiny, very petite. But I think that's another video on how I really got started on my fitness journey. This is just my fitness competing side of things, how I got started with competing. So in 2006, I would say 2015, I believe. It had to be 2015. I met a girl at the gym that was competing, and I didn't really know much about it. I saw her pictures on Instagram and I was like, oh my gosh, she looks really good. Like, I would never do that because you have to be in a bikini and you have to show off your butt and your body, and I'm just not about that life. So you do you, boo. I ain't doing that. So I found myself more curious about it. I had to like research like Christian bikini competitors. I did not find a lot of stuff. And I didn't know anyone in my inner circle that competed. So for me to step out and compete was very like scary because one, I'm the only one that people would know that competes in my church. You know, my Christian friends, like things like that. So I was like, ooh, I am probably, you know, shouldn't do this. So This is probably going to be everywhere because I don't really have a plan of how I was going to do this video. I just was like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and just talk, and sorry if you get bored, but this is really my story, and this is the real deal. So yeah, I was like terrified. So literally I prayed for 2 years before I ever did a show, and I really just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing it for the wrong reasons because of the fact that I am a bikini competitor. I'm sorry. So the fact that I am a bikini competitor, I have to wear a bikini and I have to show off my glutes and I have to show off, my body. And I'm like, wanting to make sure, like, okay, God, like, I feel at peace about this, but at the same time, I almost felt like I was wrong for feeling at peace about it because I was trying to find what's wrong in it. So I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I still felt that peace that I was okay to do this. And I started talking to a friend of mine, and we started talking about doing things outside the box and how a lot of times as Christians may not mean to do so, but we put ourselves in this tiny box and say that this is the box that we have to stay in. And this is where if you're outside this box, then you're off. And when God did not mean for us to be in this box, He means for us to be all over, in different areas of the world to show the light, to show people who He is in us. And it wasn't really through the journey, because I've been competing now for 2 years, that I've been getting more and more from the Lord about my purpose and about what it is that He wants me to do. And at first, when I was doing my first show, it was like almost like just like stepping into that unknown and not knowing really where it was going to lead me to, but just stepping into the unknown. That's literally what it was, stepping into it. And I got to tell you, a lot of people were not on board with it. I literally probably didn't really even I did not tell a lot of people. I kind of kept it like very tiny circle of people. And a lot of people didn't agree. People at church did not agree. And it sucked. But just like I said, that peace that I knew, I had peace about it. And and that's what it comes down to. You have to know what God told you. And I'll get into that. But before I get into that, I'll continue with the story. So yeah, I did my first show. I didn't even post a lot on Instagram about it. I maybe posted like a one picture, and it was like just my face. It was like literally like my face to like here, and that was it. And so anyway, so I did my first show, and I fell in love with the sport. I was like, I don't see myself quitting at all. I took a year off to put more muscle on because I realized like I didn't really have a lot of muscle, and I needed to take a year off to build. So I took a year off and I build, and I did another show. Then I did 2 shows in 2018. So 2017, I did 1 show. It was in April, I believe. And then I took that whole rest of the year off and didn't do another show until September of 2018. So when I started prepping for that show, at that point in time, I had been very, bold, I guess, with what God was calling me to do. And it was all over my Instagram. It was all over like feed and stuff like that. And honestly, like I had 2 people in my church that I looked up to. They're my mentors. Very much so my mentors. And one day he told me, hey, if you need any help training, let me know. And it threw me off guard because here I am being this bodybuilder in bikini, a woman of faith, a woman of God, and I'm having this guy, my mentor, one of the leaders at our church, tell me, hey, if you need help, let me know. And I'm like, if he just told me if I need help, I have to be in righteousness. Like, it just gave me that confirmation, like, Vanessa, like, what you're doing is okay. But it's about how you do it. You know, when I am on stage, am I like, hey, look at this girl right here, this girl, you know, like, am I putting that, like, facade on of, like, lust, and I just want people to look at my body, and no, like, that's not my heart, and that's not why I'm doing it. And it's all about your heart motive. Like anything you do, you could be preaching the word of God on a pulpit in front of people and totally have the wrong heart motive of just wanting to be recognized, wanting to have that praise of people, like, you know, and it's not right. Yeah, it may look right, but it's not right because your heart's not right. So it was all about the heart motive and everything like that. So 2017, 2017 I did one show. 2018, I did 2 shows that year, trying to get nationally qualified. Did not happen. And 2019, which is right now, present time, I did 1 show in November, which I posted my whole journey. So if you want to go back, it's the Bikini series, and I started all the way from 12 weeks out until show day. So if you guys want to go watch those are on this channel. So that's how I started. I literally just stepped out, did a show, and now 3 years later, I call myself an athlete. Like I'm a bikini athlete. Like that's what I am. So I had to overcome a lot. Being a Christian bikini competitor, there's not a lot of outlets out there. I have not seen a lot of people that are Christian talk about it. And over time, I think a lot of people's perspective has changed. That I would never think would have changed their minds or anything like that. So I had to be confident in what God called me to do and not be in fear of what's this person going to think? What's that person going to think? What's that person going to say? Because I'm going to be the only one that's going to be held accountable to God for what He placed on the inside of me. And if you're out there and you're a Christian and you're like on the fence of competing or on the fence of something else that you're fearful of what people are going to say or think because it's outside the box, it's outside the norm, it's outside of your inner circle, so you're going to look like the oddball out. Listen, you are going to be held accountable for what you do and what God placed on the inside of you. We all have a different purpose. It's not all going to be the same. And you have to have peace in that. Like I said, I spent 2 years praying, seeking God out. I didn't just do a show. I didn't just decide one day, I'm going to do a show and bada bing, bada bong, I did it. No, like 2 years, I made sure that I was hearing from Him, and I made sure that I had that peace that I needed, that confirmation that I needed before I stepped out and did something like that. And now I have so much fulfillment, and I have so much drive, and I have so much boldness. I'm not ashamed to say, yeah, I compete in bodybuilding. I compete in bikini. And because I know what God placed on the inside of me, and I know that this is what I was supposed to do right now. And you can't apologize for that. And you know that Jesus himself had persecutions. He had people that didn't like him. He had people call him all kinds of names, you know. So who are we to think that we're not going to get that kind of treatment too, being Christian and being righteous? And so it's just like, we're going to get persecuted too. And you know what? It's okay. Not everybody's going to like you, and not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing. But with that being said, it is very important that you take those people that are for you, that love you, that love you, and that that have your best interests at heart. Those are the advice that you need to take hold of. If my mentors, which are my very close pastors, if they were against me doing bodybuilding and they were like, Vanessa, like, probably not. Or my close Christian friends that were like, I don't know about this, then I would take a step back and kind of evaluate the situation. That's when you kind of want to evaluate what direction you're going into. Not all the time I'm saying those people might not have your best interests at heart or whatever, but most case scenarios they do, and they love you and they want you to do right. When I was like going through that, gonna cry, holy cow, no tears. But I threw a party, had all my friends do like this taco party at the end of my season of last year. Why am I crying? I cried at the party too, I think. But I just thanked everybody because, jeez. I thanked everyone for coming out. I had a lot of people there. I'm going to insert a picture of everybody that came that day. But this is my whole church family that came to support me. And came to support the season that I just had. And came to celebrate with me. I got 4th place at that show, and they all showed up, brought food, came to really celebrate my competing season. And that meant the world to me. And I had a speech at the end. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to get emotional in this video. But I had a speech at the end, and pretty much just saying thank you to everyone that came. This has not been easy for me. It was very fearful, or I was very fearful of competing when God called me to do it. And just for everyone to be there with me, like, meant so much to me. And I just thanked everyone for supporting me, because everything I had feared of what my church family were going to think were backing me up, because they knew my heart and they knew that this was what God called me to do. And so it was, it meant the world. So I'm so thankful for my church family and all that they have supported me in and through. And I'm a blessed person. I'm so blessed, and I'm so thankful, and I'm so grateful. And yeah. So that is my story and how I competed. I probably left so much out, but if you have any questions, anything else, just leave a comment below. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you on my family, my fitness fam. Maybe I should call you off the fitness fam. I need a name for you guys. Like, seriously. My voice is cracking because I was crying. But yeah, comment. Like this video, put that bell on so you're notified every time I upload. And thank you guys for following my journey. Thank you for being here. And let's grow this fam. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers before the end of the year. We have 2 days left. Or not 22, I'm counting down to Christmas. But come on, we have a few weeks. We can do it. 500 subscribers. And I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day.